Thank you everyone for joining us this morning. We're excited about our announcement and excited to host each of you today. Just one housekeeping announcement. If you do have a cell phone or other device, we'd appreciate that you put it in silent or vibrate mode to ensure that we honor the integrity of our announcement today. Thank you. Principal Jackson.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome here to Lake Weston Elementary. My name is Charles Jackson, and I'm the proud principal of this school. Soon, our school, along with 8 other schools in the district, will undergo a transformation thanks to our honored guest. And so at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Barbara Jenkins.
Thank you, Charles. It's a good day. It's a wonderful time to be here at Lake Weston. Let me, before I proceed, introduce 3 of my board members that are here, Orange County School Board members. Christine Moore. Joey Cadle. Vice Chair Nancy Robinson. So we are extremely excited. We're learning about a wonderful program that's going to impact our youngest students in the district, our VPK children. And our district is one of those in the country who has a large population, over 200,000 students here. What people don't know is that they speak 167 languages and dialects. So today we welcome an announcement from the Helios Education Foundation regarding a rather large investment in dual language learning for our district. This is a partnership with the Orlando Repertory Theatre and Arizona State University. A total of 9 schools and 11 classrooms are impacted. All of the classes are pre-kindergarten. Those schools selected span across the district, including Weatherby, Ventura, Zellwood, Apopka, John Young, Little River, Lake Weston, Oak Hill, and Chickasaw. Let me welcome to the podium Ms. Linda Thompson, Chief Impact Officer and Senior Vice President with the Helios Education Foundation. Linda?
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for hosting us this morning. I'm Linda Thompson with Helios Education Foundation. Helios is one foundation engaged in 2 states, and our mission is to enrich the lives of individuals in Arizona and Florida by creating opportunities for success in post-secondary education. In Florida, we focus in the regions of Tampa, Orlando, and Miami, where an overwhelming number of students enter post-secondary education as first-generation degree seekers. At Helios, our work is driven by 4 fundamental beliefs. We believe that education changes lives and strengthens communities. We believe it's an investment, not an expense. And we believe that every child, regardless of their zip code, regardless of their geography, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their first language, regardless of their gender, that every child deserves a quality education. And we believe we will achieve our mission through collaboration and partnership. This dual language learning initiative showcases the power of collaboration and partnership. As Orlando Repertory Theatre, with the iPlay model developed by Child's Play, trains teachers to use the power of dramatic play for learning. While Orange County Public Schools, recognizing the importance of multilingualism, positions their students for success at the earliest grades, and Arizona State University ensures that this model produces sound research that can guide further implementation and scalability. I'd like to share my personal experience with learning a second language. Although I grew up in the Southwest, just really a few hours from the border of Mexico, the first time I was exposed to Spanish in an academic setting was in 9th grade. The challenge with learning a second language in high school like I did, is that the learning is really based on memorization. Memorizing vocabulary, memorizing grammar rules, memorizing phrases, memorizing artificial conversations, which I could still recite to you today. So it's very different. It's very different from a model that immerses students in the language and actually results in fluency. So although I really enjoyed learning Spanish and I got great grades and I took more than what was required, to this day I can read and comprehend Spanish, but being able to have a conversation in Spanish is still just an aspirational goal on the bucket list. While for our foundation, post-secondary completion is our goal, we understand that we can't start there. Post-secondary success is only possible by first achieving early grade success, and that's what makes this project very exciting for us and what drove us to invest in this initiative. It's the potential, again, that every student, regardless of their zip code, would achieve early grade success. As research confirms, early learning opportunities that take place between birth and age 8 engage students precisely when their brain is developing most rapidly and have the greatest potential to impact future learning. Ensuring young children have access to quality early learning environments, regardless of race, income, or geography, provides many proven individual benefits and many societal benefits. Yet annually, teachers report that students entering kindergarten are not prepared to learn as they enter, and this creates problems for both the teachers and the students. Helios believes that by strengthening early childhood systems to promote language acquisition and emergent literacy for children birth through age 8, that more children will enter kindergarten ready to learn and will be reading at grade level by 3rd grade. Our work in the area of early learning aligns around 3 critical pillars. First is to foster collaborative and sustainable early childhood education systems, and then also to improve access and quality of early childhood professional development, and to bridge early childhood and K-3 education. So this is a very exciting project for us. It has the potential to impact so many children. Ultimately, our vision is that every individual in Arizona and Florida has that opportunity to attend and is prepared to succeed in post-secondary education. The initiative that we launched today is one early step toward achieving that vision. And so, on behalf of Helios Education Foundation board and staff, I am very proud to announce a $1.6 million investment awarded, thank you. Awarded to Orlando Repertory Theatre in partnership with Orange County Public Schools and Arizona State University to provide dual language learning opportunities to voluntary pre-K students in 11 Orlando area classrooms. Through Helios's community engagement approach of strategic investing, building and reforming systems, public and political will building, and collaboration and convening, we look forward to fulfilling our vision of students prepared to succeed in post-secondary education. This is an exciting first step toward learning opportunities that engage students early and move them beyond simple dual language learning to immersion and fluency. Congratulations, Orlando Repertory Theatre and Orange County Public Schools. We're enthusiastic about this partnership and the impact it would have in Orlando. I'd like to ask all of this morning's speakers to join me in front of the podium for a photo with the check. Let me ask my Okay, and now I'd like to invite Jean Columbus, Executive Director of Orlando Repertory Theatre, to say a few words. Jean currently leads the rep after having spent 38 years with the Walt Disney Company, having managed, produced, cast, and directed many of the shows and events at Walt Disney World. Jean is also an author, another aspirational goal of mine, and a speaker and guest lecturer at colleges and universities. Jean?
Thank you, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And again, welcome to coming to this really exciting event. And that is indeed exciting. It's something that we are so proud to be a part of. The Orlando Repertory Theatre we're honored to be a part of this. And we are known locally as the Rep. Repertory's hard for little kids to say. And we've also discovered it's very difficult for some adults to spell. The incorporation of theater as a teaching tool in the classroom, we believe that the students are able to learn, retain information at a faster and even more comprehensive way. The teaching artists at the Rep will collaborate with the VPK teachers to provide students with vocabulary lessons and that incorporate a dramatic frame. This approach was originally developed by Child's Play in Phoenix, and it has been very effective in strengthening the literacy learning. And in fact, this program has Rep teaching artists going to Arizona to work with those folks, and those folks are going to come here to work with our staff. This program, it's called iPlay. That stands for Early Years Educators at Play. iPlay was created on a drama-based, job-embedded professional development program for educators. OCPS teachers will work with the Rep in a professional theater environment to integrate drama into the classroom. Okay, what does that really look like? The fact is that the teacher, or we call them the early years educators, they are invited to engage in using drama in their method of teaching. And the teachers are able to create a really magical experience for the children. The fact is that kids love stories. And I'm seeing many of you say, well, so do adults. And our teachers, the adults, love these stories too. Now, the play part of this is that those teachers get to play, and they get to play an important role. Because in this journey of learning for the children, they create an environment where they're able to play all the characters that the students get a chance to meet in this experience. The E-model is a combination of fundamental skills and training, role modeling, one-on-one structured feedback. It provides the educators with tools, confidence to design and implement a drama-based lesson. And at the completion of this, they will know this, be able to do this, and it will perpetuate. It will continue well beyond the life of this program. Let's think about it from the kids' point of view. Kids love stories. They believe everything. And here they are, they're coming to a class, and they're going to use whatever tools they can be made available. Whatever that is, whatever language that is, to participate. The teacher can tell or read a story and then stop and allow the students to take them on this journey. What would happen if, and the kids get a chance to really take this teacher, this now character from the story in a lot of different directions. Well, the result is certainly an air of collaboration, enhancing the imagination, empathy, working with others, and it's such a creative way. So, as we look at this as a multi-year program, by the end of this, it is going to have a life of its own. Now, I've told you a little bit about the teacher's point of view. What about the classroom? We're going to ask that Maria Carrillos, Toredo, to join us and tell you about that side of it in the classroom.
Thank you, Dean. Good morning, everyone. In addition to learning the Florida state standards, students enrolled in dual language also have the advantage of becoming bilingual, biliterate, and bicultural. In Orange County, we have 6 schools offering dual language, 3 elementary and 3 middle schools. We have over 900 students participating in those programs. During their middle school years, some students are able to take AP Spanish and accumulate both high school and college credits in Spanish. There are many benefits of being bilingual. According to the Center for Applied Linguistics, learning a second language enriches and enhances a child's mental development. Students become better listeners, show more flexible thinking, and demonstrate sensitivity to language. It also provides a better understanding of their first language or native language. Expanding the students' openness to other cultures, helping them appreciate people from other countries. Being bilingual also increases their opportunity for employment and career advancement. Research shows that dual language program is very beneficial for all students who participate in them. Students develop oral fluency as well as reading and writing skills. This program also allows students to further analyze their first language, which in turn help them to refine their use of language. It has also been proven that students achieve higher levels of standardized math and reading tests when compared to monolingual students who do not participate in these programs. English learners enrolled in dual language programs have an added benefit. Their self-esteem increases as a result of having the opportunity of becoming models of their own language. In addition, the students are able to communicate with their family and extended family. Before coordinating and implementing the program in schools, we read the research and visited other dual language schools in Florida as well as in other states. When the data from the first third graders in the pilot program was reviewed, it confirmed the research. All the students scored above grade level in reading and in math, in the FCAT, which was the assessment at the time. The parents of the students who participate in the program are very involved and have seen some of the benefits firsthand. Parents realize the opportunities that their children may have as a result of participating in this program. I remember a parent coming back from their summer vacation very excited because their daughter, who was entering the 3rd grade at the time, served as their personal translator in Mexico during their whole trip. And I get very excited when I see the children's faces when they actually make connections between the languages and they surprise themselves. They don't even realize that they're using that other language. As you can see, dual language has shown to have tremendous benefits for all students participating in it. The students will become bilingual, biliterate, and bicultural. Their mental ability will be expanded. They will develop empathy and acceptance of other cultures and countries, and they will have better job opportunities. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now we welcome Dr. Jenkins once again to the podium.
I told you it was an exciting day for us here in Orange County Public Schools. Thank you for being here. Let me once again thank the Helios Foundation for this tremendous gift for our children. We're excited about this partnership with Orlando Rep Theatre, as well as the 9 schools that are impacted in the 11 classrooms. None of this would be possible without the generosity of the Helios Foundation. And so I want to publicly thank them, ask you to help me thank the Helios Foundation. We're happy to take any questions if you might have some at this time from our press.
Dr. Jenkins, can you just reiterate how important it is at that young of an age where those kids are still kind of have that sponge aspect of learning, why it's so important to really teach this at that age?
Sure, we know from research that neurologically young children's minds are more susceptible to learning a second language. We've known it for years. It's usually a cost factor why most public school institutions can't put it in place at those early years because we have limited resources. But the mind of a youngster is very pliable and neurologically susceptible to learning that second language. So starting with our pre-K students, as opposed to what Linda conveyed from 9th grade, we memorize, we try to do the best we can. They will learn the language and become biliterate like a native speaker. And I want to certainly stress as well, when we talk about biliterate, we want them to be very sufficient in both English and that second language of Spanish at this time.
Can we talk about as well emphasis on just how this can translate to success later on in life for these kids?
Being biliterate in this country, and I'll certainly allow for more expertise to speak to this as well, but we believe being biliterate in this country is certainly a huge asset in the workforce and the business sector. Having a second language and a proficiency at a literacy level, not just speaking, but being able to write and read in that second language as well, whether it be Spanish, Mandarin. We're an international community, and so it's going to help employability. In fact, in Orange County last year, we started putting in place what we call a biliteracy extra endorsement on our diplomas for those students who reach a certain level in literacy in more than one language. We will add that to their diploma, and we believe it's a tremendous asset to their employability and to their future in Florida particularly, but certainly in the country as well and internationally. Want to add to that? Anybody? Come to.
Also later in life, it has been proven that having 2 languages helps push the early onsets of Alzheimer's. That's the latest research. It also has been proven, and I actually have a personal experience where a family member who was bilingual unfortunately underwent a stroke, and he actually was able to keep one of the languages. We also have a colleague we had bilingual discussions, and unfortunately she went through this, and her family member went through the same. It also expands the brain, and the brain makes more synapses, and it gives the children actually 2 different ways of solve any real world problem.
And when will this go into effect for students? Can they start benefiting?
These benefits, I personally started seeing them already by 2nd grade, where they would take a problem and instead of getting frustrated trying to solve it in one language, they would try the second language. If many bilingual people, we use what it's called translanguaging, which is as soon as you're not able to say a word, confront a problem, your brain automatically goes and finds that other part of your brain and helps build and solve whatever it is that you're confronted with.
Any other questions?
Does this also transcend to home? I mean, we're talking about, pre-K, but obviously they're going to take some of the lessons home and expand upon it.
Absolutely. I hate to be the only one standing here. Anyone else? Come ahead.
This is a 4-year program, and so that we start in that kindergarten, but then the children continue to progress. So it's a multi-year, so we can track the children, and at the end of this program, the children are going to be expected by the time they're in the 3rd grade to not only be reading but speaking and communicating in a dual language setting. So it's a multi-year. It's not just for the very youngest student.
Is there an expectation that possibly parents are going to become more involved, using the lessons that their children are learning at a pre-K level and now kind of implementing it at an adult level, now also learning a second language?
I'm gonna step aside because I didn't quite hear the.
Absolutely. Whatever happens in the classroom, Orange County Public Schools is committed to partnering with our parents. Parents are our greatest partners. And so as the children are learning that second language, we're going to be exposing their parents to it as well. And honestly, I believe students will go home and start tutoring and sharing with their parents what they've learned in that second language. But it goes without saying, what happens in the classroom, we have a strong partnership with home and with our parents. So we'll certainly engage them as well. Great question.
Expect to see the program in place in their child's VPK classroom?
It's already started. So you will see increasing levels of participation in those schools that I mentioned, 11 classrooms, 9 schools. They've started. You will see an increase as the year goes on for those children and their exposure. Great questions. Nothing further? Thank you for being here.